Anybody here know God will do it? I said, anybody here know it? Do you know God will do it? Say, neighbor, God will trouble. Let's be real. When I grew up in the country here in the alley, they used to sing a song like that. And the deacon would come out with the stick and he would be headed toward the water. And the kid would be, y'all don't know about it being from the country. And we'd be scared of drinking. The old mama said, wait in the water. And then, what they mean, they take your time going in because don't run by them because God will trouble. I wish I had somebody from the country. God will. Yeah, you're trouble, y'all. You're trouble. Luke 15 and verse 11 says this. It says, and a certain man had 2 sons. Y'all see that? It says, and the younger of them came to his father and said, Father, give me the portion of good that falleth unto me. The next part said that not many days, and he said, hey, what did the father mean? He said that he divided unto them what? His living. The next part said, and not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. The next part said, and when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want. And he joined himself, next part says, to a citizen of that country, and there he ended up eating husk out the hog pen that the swine did eat. Is that what it say, y'all? Touch somebody, say, neighbor, today, our guest preacher, passage that I'm attempting to discuss this morning is considered as the book of the lost and found. The book starts off by talking about a shepherd that leaves his one sheep. And the Bible says he leaves the 99 and goes and finds the one that he lost. Because the record is, I checked on come to study, and what I found out was that by him being a shepherd, if he lost one sheep and it came up missing and it was not devoured by prey or by wolf, he had to give an account for that sheep by paying for it himself. So he had to go find the sheep, because if he didn't find that sheep, he was going to get a reputation for being a bad shepherd. He wasn't going to keep a job very long. The Bible said this man went and found the sheep, brought it back, and then they rejoiced. The next part said that there was a woman that had 10 coins, and then she lost one of her coins, and she swept the house and lit a candle and went all under the mattress and not everywhere looking until she found it. I checked and found out later on that what happens, she has 10 coins that goes in her crown. All right. And in this crown that she wears, y'all, what happens is she loses one of her crowns. This is called a wedding band kind of crown. Okay. And she loses one of her coins out of her crown. She's considered no longer married. So while her husband is gone, she looks and she searches diligently until she finds this lost coin. Now, on more early discussion of this text, remember now, the shepherd goes and finds the sheep. The woman searches and finds the coin. But the son had to find himself.
Amen. Yes, sir, doctor.
The Bible says a certain man had 2 sons. Young folk, raise your hand if you're in this house. I'm talking to you. If you're under 21 again, you still staying at home, just raise your hand real quick second. I want to make sure I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless you. I promise. The Bible says he has 2 sons. And the younger of them came to his father and said, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth unto me. What he says is that I know that according to the reading of the will, when you die, I'm going to inherit half of the estate. But I don't want to wait that long. He says, I want my stuff and I want it right now. Now, what happens here, the Bible says, parents, sometimes you have to let them go in order to help them grow. Let me somebody say, sometimes you have to let them go in order to help them grow. Remember, the next part says, and he divided. Notice that the father did not beg his son to stay. He didn't ask him not to leave. He said, and he divided. Sometimes they got to get out there on the other side of the door and find out that the grass ain't really greener on the other side. It just looks that way. All right now. The Bible says, watch this, y'all, not many days after,
not long,
the younger son gathers all together and took his journey, watch this, y'all, and went to a far country. Now, what happened to this young man, no doubt, I know because I got a niece named KK, same thing happened to her, she's 14. When children start hearing the call of the wild,
Yeah.
Let me see if I can explain. The call of wow. It's something out there that tickles their fancy, that gets their attention, that makes them listen. It's something out there. I don't know what it is, but when it gets their attention, baby, they're gone until God brings them back. You can whoop from sun up to sundown. You can beat them, you can put them on punishment. But whenever the phone rings again, baby, they just as good as go when they hear the call of the wife. Bible says, and he gathered all together and took his journey to a far country. Now let me say this for free because I ain't going to charge off for this part. Some of us have some children that are still in the house, but yet they're in a far country. And house, young ladies, I'm not gonna pick on you, but I'm gonna take the truth. You're at home sometime, but you're in a far country. When your skirt jacked up here, blouse down here, showing everything you got to show, baby, you're in a far country. If he don't respect you standing up, he ain't gonna respect you when you lay down. Young men, and I know y'all don't do it here, red button, young men, you got me when you got the pants. Pull down below your backside and hat, turn around the wrong direction. You at home, but you're still in a far country. And I ain't trying to hate them, don't get mad, you don't throw them sticks up, you don't shoot yet, but men, the way you're in your ear, what happened when the Declaration of a Proclamation was signed and the slaves were free, those that kept the earrings in their ears were saying, I'm free from my master, but I still want to be a slave. Tell them, I said, take off the slave clothes. Take it. When the Declaration was signed, that meant we were free. And the men that kept the earrings in their ears said, I'm free from my master, but I still want to be his slave. I ain't trying to pick on nobody. If it's you, just don't tell nobody I'm talking about you. Bible says, he took his journey into a far country. Parents, that's the point when they hear you, but they're no longer listening. You can cry and be talking from your heart. But they can look at you and be looking straight through you because their minds are gone to a far country.
You there?
The thing about this troubles me, church, they eat your food, in your bed, wearing your clothes, but doing what somebody else tells them to do. They're really in a far country. Bible says he gets there. I'm almost to my point. I'm gonna be through here long. He says he gets there, y'all. What's he say? Bible says, and he wastes his substance.
Yeah, wasted it.
Touch somebody and say, don't waste your substance. Don't waste your substance. Because you got A1 credit at 17 and 19, you can buy a car with nothing down. Don't waste your substance. At 18, wait till you get 35 or older to pay for the car before you buy the car. Because if you wasted something at 17, at 25, you want you to co-signer for the co-signer for the co-signer. Young folk,
wasted.
learn not to waste your substance.
That's right.
Somehow, seemingly, as long as you got money, everybody want to go to the store. As long as you got gas, everybody want to ride. As long as you got something to offer, everybody wants some of that. But see, when real true friendship comes, when you ain't got nothing to offer, you broke as you can be, you can't be trusted. That's when real friendship steps in. Some parents, and I ain't meddling this morning, but some parents, you waste your children's substance for them. They 10 years old, they got the lights on in their name. They 14, they got the telephone on in their name. And they ain't got 21 yet, they got bills in their name. Don't waste their substance for them. The Bible says, says, and when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land. See, God can fix it. When I was growing up, I was hard-headed. Yes, I was. I wouldn't listen to Mama and Dad. Everything Mama said not to do, I found a way to do it. I'm talking about Greg Johnson, not nobody else. I would find a way to get around because she said, don't play with that little girl because she's fast. I wanted to play with her because I was slow and I wanted to catch up. Y'all ain't kidding me. When I was home, Mama said, boy, turn off the light. And I would turn it off, and when she left out, I'd turn it back on. See, she said, turn the TV off when you go to bed. I would turn it off when she left out the room, but when she went to bed, I turned it back on. She said, stop running the water so long. It's wasting water when you're not using it. I would let it run as long as I wanted to. But baby, I got to be 21 years old, and I moved right across the street from my mama so she could see I was a man. I could handle it. I could make it all by myself. And I come up with the same habits. So I left the water on as long as I wanted to. I left the lights on all night long. I burned 2 TVs just so she would know I was a man now. I can handle this thing all by myself. But I woke up one morning and flicked the light switch and it wouldn't come on. I turned on the gas and wouldn't no heat come on. I turned on the water, wouldn't no water come on. I walked back across and said, Mama, you did really know what you were talking about. Parents, you really know what they're talking about. See, sometimes young folk, you think Mama just trying to keep you from something, but she's really trying to protect you because she's been there and already done that. She knows when the guy comes in the house with his head cocked sideways, talking about, girl, you so pretty. She knows what that rascal, he really all about. Watch this here, watch this here. Young ladies, I'm going on to finish my sermon here. When the young ladies, when y'all start dating, you know, some of y'all dating what y'all should be dating, don't know what the word dating mean, but when you get on with the start date, remember, watch this here. When he want to take you out to dinner, and he said, baby, I just got to touch you, I just got to say anything, tell him I said this, tell him Reverend Johnson said this. See, if it ain't that hot, there's something wrong with it. Then if y'all smart, like I'm a teacher today, your pastor already told you already, when you go to dinner with him, take your Bible with you. Then when you get in the car with him, put your Bible between you. He said, what you bring your Bible? I brought my 4 brothers with me. Who you bring with? I brought Matthew, I brought Luke, I brought Mark, I brought John. By the time you go through my 4 brothers, then you too will be saved. Take your Bible with you. Tell him I said if he want to do all that stuff, he got a license on his dog, he got a license on his car. Y'all ain't sitting right here. Y'all have some drive like wait till you get a license on you and marry you and do what God said do it and do it God's way. My mama-in-law said if you get the milk for free, you never got to catch. My mama-in-law said, y'all, she said that. I've been with her 17 years now. I'm getting some, good milk. Bible says. He's now in a farmer. He's wasted his substance with riotous living. Stuff that don't make no sense. I know children get excited with bling bling, and in 30 years you can't find none you bling with. Shoes that cost $100, they walk just like the one that cost $19. Don't get caught up in cash and preacher conference and colleges in the country, baby. Get caught up on something that will last for the rest of your life. Build your hope on things eternal. I ain't saying nothing to live comfortable. I'm just saying don't get caught up in what they wear. The Bible says, when you spend all, I like God. There arose a mighty famine in the land. And he began to be in want. The Bible says the next thing happened in that text. It says, and he joined himself to a citizen of that country. Touch somebody. Say, neighbor, be careful who you join yourself to. The Bible says he joined himself. Now, when you look at this word joined himself, if you didn't study the text, you would almost think he got married. And sometimes you leave home early, you can end up marrying the wrong joker, and not mean to marry him. You can leave when you want to prove I'm wrong. But baby, it's sometimes best to stay at home